Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to episode 115 of Blacklight Settlers. So, before I get going, I did notice that I have a little bit of a shortage of gold. So I wanted to rectify that as soon as I could. So let's go ahead and get our trader, Miss Lanka. And instead of making her constantly having to leave Safe Haven, let's add these drills back to Safe Haven. And I'll do the same over here. So what we're going to do is install these drills like this. Alright, so Lenka, I just grabbed you, but I forgot. Put you on Safe Haven. But we are going to have... Where are you? Yeah, there we go. I'll do it like this. We're going to go and see about buying some gold so that we can not be bottlenecked by gold. Looking at this here could be a gold node, as could these, but I'd rather not mine it if I can help it. Just, I'd honestly rather just buy it. Oh, Gob is already, okay. Stand by the trade console. Gob is already moving that thing. And then additionally what I'm going to do is... We have a roof over here, so I can add this to Safe Haven as well. And we'll keep one of the drills up here. It's kind of a long haul and it kind of sucks, whoever has to drill up there, but that's okay. What I'm also going to do is, with all of my spare constructors, I will have them roof off really as much as I can around the base to prevent toxic fallout from befalling any of my people. There's a lot of idle pawns, so it's not like I'm taxing their workload or something like that, you know. So this should keep people a little bit more safe. The beacon is in place, so let's go ahead and... They should have gold to buy, and they do. 117 of it. That keeps us rolling for a little bit longer. Okay, and let's place the trade beacon. That also means that I am going to see if this is gold. So what I'll do here is... add this to a safe haven zone. They only had 117, and I don't know if that's going to be enough for all the advanced components I'm going to need. So I'm going to plan for it not to be. So we'll enclose it and add it to the home zone so it's a little bit tidier. If I really wanted, I could add roses, but I don't think I'm going to do that. And then I have a lot of extra space in there, and that is so that I can put the vanometric power cell. So let's reinstall the light there, and I'll move the vanometric as well. Alright, another thing I wanted to do, you know what? Just build a roof here. Oh. Okay. That looks all about right. Just roof off that whole area, why not? Let's go ahead and send our animals to be more productive. That was part of a tip. So I'll read off all the tips here. Veteran Candon said, send your useless pawns to haul steels for the ship. I'm going to first send my animals. Holy Dire said the same thing, basically. Send the pony to the ship. Glub Gaming had a really interesting idea. So this is something I actually thought up myself in Discord, but he independently thought of it himself too, so I'm going to credit him. which is to use anesthetics for loading pawns into the pods rather than smoke leaf. Smoke leaf decreases the value of a pawn by down to 30% of total. Anesthetics reduces it from 30 to 10%, so it's even better. So yes, that is what I'll be doing from here on out, which means I don't really want anyone on smoke leaf anyway, but you know, whatever. Alright, so the transport pods are all ready to launch, and now we have a rather large animal workforce to help us out. And these guys will haul steel and slag. Speaking of slag, let's turn the smelter back on, because the slag is starting to block the door. And then another tip is from Luke Default is that I should move the drills into safe haven, which is pretty much what I've been doing. So we're drilling even though it is currently a toxic fallout, because they're sheltered with a roof. And then Bobby, the last tip I received that I liked, was saying I should stockpile my steel and plasteel here. And uranium. Because it's where I need to use it, so why haul it? Let's put it all down there. So at this point, I'm just waiting for the bottleneck of advanced components to load more people in, but these guys are full-time going advanced components pretty much. We have Chief. Chief actually... Let's make advanced components first, and then... regular ones. Alright. So this all looks good. As you can see, all the animals are immediately helpful. Hauling slag and steel, hopefully. Yeah. Good, good. Checking the power. As you can see, the batteries are going back up. Daphne is moving the plasteel. Just to make it look symmetrical, I'll do it like that. And we'll start loading these pods up. What I'll do is I'll forbid a few of them so we can focus on a few and try to get more people loaded up. I can also send herbal meds in the next shipment. Because herbal meds will allow us to anesthetize without using good meds. Yeah, look at all these wonderful haulers. You guys are great. So most of this is roofed off for safety reasons. Yeah, the vast majority is. I'm not worried about the last little segments that aren't. They're not likely to harm me in the long run. So now that we have that new gold, I'm hoping it's gold, I haven't checked yet. Yep, it's gold. The new gold mining outpost will move the vanometric power cell because it's all walled in, and we can mine gold safely there. So it doesn't even look like people are mining out here, oddly enough. We still have the old EMP traps. That was a concern if the mechs were going to get inside the base or not. Alright, come on, animals. start strutting your Holland stuff. Okay, what I'm going to do is... Ooh, you're already stressed. Maybe not use a stressed person. Sheba and Zelda. I will have you take drugs. And then Zelda, I want you to consume a meal. Sheba, I amped you up because, oh, you'll never do hauling. Okay, well, you'll mine faster, I guess. Alright, Zelda, start hauling that steel. Griffin's starting to haul steel, as is Nara. And Wolf got the components. Just trying to get this thing constructed as quick as we can. I could use caravanning tricks to move this kind of steel, but I've been sort of hesitant to use those sort of workarounds for a variety of different reasons. As you can see, the advanced components are going strong. Valentin mining gold for us now. Marriage is on between Kritos and Knack. Very nice. A little bit of a wedding would be pretty sweet for us. I don't think I have a marriage spot. I'll put that back. I used to, but I moved things around and got rid of it, I suppose. So just doing a rather quick check of health. Just a bunch of initial... Oh, you know what? I definitely need to wall that off. That would be potentially very damning had I not remembered that I punched a hole to get my pods. So we'll plan on doing 4 pawns at once. So here is the next 4. We have enough advanced components for that. So let's go ahead and... Ooh, I don't know. Seo, because you're worth so much, bionic-wise. Moro. Panther. And Bringo, you're an addict. Yeah, Bringo. These are our next people to go in. So still, the strip ritual. That part has not yet changed. It's the best way to reduce the wealth of a pawn. I don't know why Bringo wasn't earlier. Are you in a relationship? No. Even better. Just shedding their stuff. Alright, and then what we're going to do is have them load into 2 pods. So, Morrow, Panther, where's the last one? Bringo. And then with them, they're going to bring herbal meds so that we can anesthetize a little easier. And the advanced components that they're going to need to get in to build the ship with. And anything else? I'm trying to think. No, that will do. A lot more meds than we need, but whatever. No one's gonna buy them, so I'm okay with that. All right, so these guys are all nice and loaded up. We're literally just waiting on the advanced components. Okay, ready to launch. 4 more in. All right, and then what we're going to need to do is to have some temporary hospital beds. Wolf, I want you to start building a ship. All these guys are going to be anesthetized and then put into their pods. Panther and Bringo. Panther, you're part of a... No. I'm making sure that if there's a couple, I load them together so they don't get upset, but I don't think there's any couples here. Alright, any constructors? No, no. Griffin is asleep. Griffin, how about a rude awakening? Burning passion for your work. That's perfect. It's crazy to me that he doesn't have any bionic parts. Honestly. Given the amount of combat he saw. Okay, Wolf is starting to anesthetize him, so let's carry them to a casket. And then as a result, if we, is Morrow anesthetized? No, not yet. Either of the other ones? Yeah. So if you check here, the market value, character quality, 10%. So it was 30% on smoke leaf, 10% on anesthetics. So that's a very, very good way to make sure that the pawn is not valued very highly while in storage. Now, of course, that means that if I ever, for whatever, like, let's say I got raided and I needed backup, I couldn't exactly have them help me. So that's a bit of a wrinkle, but most of the time you end up getting cryo sickness anyway, so it's kind of a it doesn't really matter. All right, so we're waiting on Morrow to be anesthetized. We're using the good meds. Oh well, whatever. And that is 4 more loaded in. Ooh, a nice farm fire. Haven't had one of those in a while. With all of my idle pawns, farm fires, not that much of a risk. So I don't know if this gold drill is doing very much. So it looks like, yeah, we're mostly waiting on the steel that we have to haul. And I know that there's steel more close, in closer proximity to my work and everything, so I can use that soon. Bulk goods trader coming to my hunting outpost. Oh, nice. I think at this point what I'm going to do is have both my hunters. Now I know that I have no turrets here, so there's a high possibility of raiders just sort of rampaging. But I'm going to run that risk anyway. I'm going to bring them all the meat and the chocolate back home. I don't really care to interact with the bulk goods. I don't really have anything to sell them. But I do need to get food on my home tile. Checking my pods, my hoppers here. Let's switch over from meat to vegetarian. So that we can keep making fine meals and lavish meals with the meat. Of course, we can use milk with that as well. But we'll swap it over. We do have less people to feed. You know, almost... how many are on this cell? 36. And we've got, well, 7 conscious here, but, you know, a bunch in pods. 15 in pods. So, yeah, we are reducing our need for food gradually. Huh, we freed up a masterwork rumble. As you can see, people are taking advantage of the freed up clothing to the point where there's a few social fights, like a good old Black Friday, I guess. He is getting demented. I mean, I guess he's 91. He might be the next person we load up into a pod, because he and Zero Day are constantly sort of losing their minds. It's nothing personal. Just want to keep them safe. So, I guess the idea is to work till the advanced components are up to 12. Send those advanced components to the ship outpost and have 4 more get loaded in. And I guess what I'll do is I'll jump the gun and start to add the rest of the ship parts. Alright, Zelda, I want you to haul. Jarrett, same deal. Sorry, buddy. I know your mood is not great. DQ's doing a good job with the slag, but I think stacks of 75 steel are faster than hauling the slag for 20. Okay, so they've arrived. They're unrestricted, so what I'm going to do is have them haul some centipedes. If they're already out here getting toxic fallout, we might as well have them be productive while they do that. Sorry, Ambrosia. You just weren't meant to ever survive. I could roof it off, put a grow light, etc., but I don't really care. We're so far into the end game now that I'm trying to focus on the important stuff. Getting off this planet. So this is a little bit of an influx of food. I might go ahead and get rid of my hunting outpost at this point. It does, keeping it up and running does provide me one benefit, which is that some of the possible very damaging and scary attacks can be mitigated by sending the raiders to the hunting outpost. I mean, it's kind of a cheesy way to avoid being attacked. Oh, thank you for dumping it like that. That's just great. And by great, I mean that's obnoxious. Because this gonna spoil. Luckily, I have a lot of people that are just... I like how they're both wandering now. Yeah, I think they're going to be next. Anyone that has health conditions that endanger themselves, like addicts, except for Lenka because she's a traitor, and addicts and people that have advanced dementia. Probably going to have to be high up on the you're going into a pod list. Keeps them safe. And I'll leave the miners and smiths out the longest. Well, now that I'm not using the smoke leaf, let's go ahead and trade this back over to Psychoid. And I don't think I need the cotton for any reason, so we'll do Psychoid with that as well. Alright, come on, haulers. Let's bring this meat in. Don't have it spoil. Okay, we're we're almost up to the 12 mark again, which is our aim for a new set of 4 getting loaded up. So I guess I'll think about the new 4 now. DQ's throwing a party. Ah, that's on the other tile. That's gonna help out Jared at the very least. As long as there's no social fight. Alright, Griffin, turn around. Wolf, turn around. Why is there random vomit here? Oh, the vomit of Griffin. Griffin, when were you sick? I like how he's food binging during a party. You do realize you would have been happier just attending the party? But whatever. What do I know? Alright, so Sergio and... You know what we could do? We could put them in the end. Put them in the back so I know where they are. Bluebird and the clocks could be next. I don't know. I'm trying to find... Okay, definitely Debbie. A pacifistic psychopath. Not really high up on the list of people to keep around. And then I need one more. Herring, no. Hugh. You are a miner, though. But you're a wimp miner. Maybe there's someone better than Hugh. No, I'll put Hugh in. Because he also is mourning his... No, he's not mourning his sister anymore. But with the constant pissy mood, he runs the risk of mental breaks. So, those 4 are my next. Oh, and we're all set to do that, too. So let's 0 day... We'll wait for 0 day to lose his psychosis or his dementia. And then we'll have them sent over. What I do need to check is to make sure that there's 4 pods ready to go minus the advanced components. This one's missing 10 steel, but pretty much, yeah, we have 7 pods ready to go, actually. So no worries there. Just advance time. 0 day, become undemented, please. You demented 28-year-old. That's really a shame. It's really a shame that I was never once offered Healer Mech Serum as any sort of quest reward. It's one of those things, like, you know how you can ask a... Oh, what? Why, dude? Why? Okay, whatever. He's just immediately going into a pod. Okay, so that means that, Hugh, you get to sit this one out. Actually, it should be 0 day, if I'm still waiting on him. Doc. Undergrounder, too smart, trigger happy, 49 years old, with a bite scar. I mean, hey, if you want to mine or whatever, you can. But yeah, I'm gonna put him into a pod. Come on, 0 day. You're starving to death. Snap out of it. There we go. He snapped out of it. Alright, let's go ahead and again get everyone stripped down. Some nice weapon that Sergio is dropping. I haven't really been checking up on my melee or weapon. Okay, so now we have them. Hugh, Sergio, sort by name. Okay, this will be a little easier. Zerde and Debbie. Gotta get those advanced components. We'll bring all 14. That will allow us to build these 2 beams as well. Right, getting that loaded up. Sweet. And delivered. And this time I'm going to remember to reduce their medicine. So we're not using up the good stuff. Nice. My new guy. Looking real helpful there, buddy. Okay, we're still hauling. Oh, wow. We did a really good job of hauling away this steel. We'll finish this node, and then we'll get the steel that is closer. All right, waiting on anesthetics. There we go. Let's carry. Naked and asleep. It's a very weird ritual, but it is how I min-max. And last but not least, 0 day. And that limits the amount of sort of wandering that we end up getting. Well, if an elk wants to deliver itself to us for food, I don't see that I mind. Another thing I could start to do is to eject sleepers and anesthetize them, and that way we spend they're cheaper, rather. They're more min-maxed. Because I have so much herbal meds, I might as well go ahead and do that. And then it will be really obvious who's loaded into sleepers or not. Of course, there is a risk of mass puking, but I accept that. This is at the hunting outpost. Yep, and no one's even there. Doc is catatonic. Wow, you have... Wow, where are you, man? Okay. That is my favorite new person added to the community, by far. Where is this elk? Oh, this elk is, like, on top of me, trying to bite me and stuff. Excuse me, but no. Well, we're going to have to haul Doc in. What a moron. Although I got to say that if he's catatonic, that makes his pawn value probably pretty garbage. Okay, so Menmi is out like a light. And Tom's out like a light. Carry them back. Alright, Kuhn, you're upright. Eject, and James. Yep, eject. This time I'm just going to min-max it even better. They're going to use this as a hospital bed. So add Bill, anesthetize. And if you're wondering why I'm doing this, it is so that if I get raided here, I don't get smushed, is basically the concept. The pawns that end up in here, as you can see, they have a much lower market value, and therefore will drive the raid to be a lot smaller. That's sort of the idea. All right, Maya and Roxigo. They're probably like, I almost feel bad because they're probably like, oh, we're here. Like, we made it. We're on a new planet that's maybe less hostile. Nope. You're just naked and having people drug you and knock you unconscious again. Is it fair? No. Is it funny? Yeah, a little bit. Definitely a little bit. I think this method minimizes the vomit. Alright, and then we have only a few more. So we have to find Jova. And Zhong. I could just move the herbal down, but whatever. Doesn't matter if you're hungry. Going right back in. They knocked them out almost in perfect unison. It's kind of nice. Hugh. Hyena and Babs and Magar. Okay. So here's Hyena and Babs. And then Magar is somewhere around here. Yeah, there we are. Oh, vomiting on a sleeper. Alright, now everyone that's in a sleeper cell is actually asleep. Perfect. And we're almost up to 12 again. This is going pretty quick. Now, if you're all wondering, am I going to do the animals as well? I'm thinking about it. It's possible. And yeah, I know I do have an outstanding mission to take down an enemy outpost, and I fully intend to do it. But obviously, my most combat-hardened people are still not in pods. I'm just reducing the amount of the food and sort of minimizing that kind of stuff that I need to do. I have, like, basically zero sympathy for Doc. He joined us and then went into a catatonic state. What a jerk. Making his problems my problems. Well, guys, I'm just about out of time, so that's about half of the colony now. Well, not half. How many sleepers do we have? Let's see. Let's do an actual count. So we have 19 in cryo with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 34 out. So 42 that are out and 19 that are in. Not bad. Not bad at all. Oh, I didn't count Doc. That changes the numbers a little bit. If you have any tips, tricks, ideas for me, drop me a line. I want to give a big thanks to Holy Dyer, Betteron, Glub Gaming, Luke Default, and Bobby for their tips for this episode. And maybe I get some more good tips for next episode. I'll catch you all later. So thank you all very much for watching, and I'm excited to see this series end on such a positive note. I was discussing with some of the patrons, and they were all very surprised that I made it this far, given that one really bad pod raid could have done me in. But here we are, many episodes later, and surviving, thriving even. Adios, I'll catch you all later.